What's up, everybody? It is Brandon Locaron here, and today I want to talk to you guys about multifamilies and the reason why we are moving in that direction, why we pretty much only pursue multifamily right now unless it's a phenomenal deal. And this is really important, especially for us as real estate investors, because there are going to be a few things that I cover in this video that truly sets multifamily apart. And guys, I'm not going to lie, you do not need hundreds of thousands of dollars to do this. We just submitted an offer actually with two other partners, and it was $160K purchase price. And we are, basically like each of us only have to come out of pocket with like $10,000. So you could get into small groups and go after it. The only reason I did the deal is because I want to see other people win. I want to make sure that I'm winning, and if I can help other people, I can teach them and I could partner with them. This is, like together we're going to go further, right? Alone you can go really fast, but together you could go further, and that's what life is all about, in my opinion. So guys, all right, so first of all, multifamily. Why multifamily? So multifamily real estate is really cool, and here's the reason for that is because multifamily, first of all, when you come from it from a maintenance perspective, we're going to get to the money later, but from a maintenance perspective, you only have one roof, you only have one driveway or parking lot. You only have, one water main coming into the building, one sewer main coming into the building. You only have, basically, a lot of times you only have these one major systems, right? One insurance bill, one address, right? So that's a big one, right? So instead of you having to drive around and go to different places to go look at, 4 units, if you will, then you could go to one place and look at all 4 units, right? All 4 buildings, all 4, basically condos or units, whatever you want to call them. So that's what sets multifamily apart. So this really helps you save time. It helps you save energy. It saves money. And it also saves you on insurance because there's a premium for having 4 different addresses versus one address with 4 units in it. So basically, you're only having one maintenance bill, one property manager. You kind of got to, if you have a property manager. So that's the power of one, in my opinion. Multifamily truly represents that with the single, asset that continues to, just really have just one address, but you have 4 or 2 or 3, units in that one address. So it truly helps you save time. It helps you save money, and it's just more efficient. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is the money aspect of it. So from a money perspective, with a townhouse, right? Let's say I own 4 townhomes. I will go, to 4 different addresses, like to my point earlier. However, let's say, townhouse 1 is rented, townhouse 2 is rented, townhouse 3 is not rented, townhouse 4 is rented. Then I have to then cover the entire mortgage on that single townhouse, right? Not to mention I've got the utilities going, I got to transfer the utilities, I got to, get things back in my name. There's just so much issues with it, and it's just like time savings, right? Like the biggest resource we have on earth, it's a constant on earth, is time. So with our time, we have to really watch it and figure out how much, are we putting into a single thing. So with that single asset that's rented, now I'm responsible for that entire mortgage versus, let's say I were to find a 4-unit building in the area, even if it was a combined value of all the 4 townhomes, guess what? When that one unit goes vacant, what happens is the other 3 units kind of carries that load. It carries that mortgage. It carries, it still carries me for cash flow, right? So if you have these things and it's in one LLC or one company versus 4 different townhomes, 4 different LLCs, again, time, that's where multifamily truly helps you, is because you're saving money in the longevity, but you're also kind of hedging your bets in the sense that you only have to cover one. You don't really have to cover anything if you have a multifamily property and one side goes vacant, especially because the other thing is that if when you raise rent in one unit, it continues to raise rents in the other units. So this really helps you with comps because you're essentially your own comp for the area, especially when you have 4 units or 2 units. So you can say, hey, well, the neighbor is paying $700, you're paying $500. Next year it's going to go up to $700, right? So you could do that. You could be your own comp. You could be your own really just mini market, right? So that's what's really cool about multifamily. Now, the other thing with multifamily is that it's scalable, right? And it goes back to the time aspect. So multifamily is super scalable because when you do a multifamily project, the way banks look at it, they look at the income from the property. So they don't necessarily care about the building value while it does matter. They care more so about the income because multifamily properties are treated as businesses. So the banks look at it as a business and they look at the NOI coming in and they're essentially like, okay, well, this is a good business. This is cash flowing. It's making 10, 12% every single year. This is a great business. Let's lend money on that, or let's lend money to this business. So from that perspective, as the banks are looking at it as a business, you're able to gain access to more capital, more money you could actually get access to faster than you would with a townhouse. Because if you're a townhouse, there's only so many you can do as well before you have to go to a commercial loan or start doing blanket loans. So this is why we are getting out of single family assets and we're looking more so into multifamily assets, because you're doing all the work for the single family. Why not just do the work and have 4 payment streams coming to you? So the way the banks look at it, as you raise rents throughout the building and they see the NOI going up, you can actually go back to the bank and do what's called a cash out refinance, and the banks will return you up to 80% of that capital that the value comes in at. So the value is based on the NOI, and they're willing to lend you 80% of the loan to value, basically. So you can actually make more money that way. And then as you keep borrowing, as you keep cashing out and refinancing, you can use that money to buy more. Not to mention your debt load goes up. And then, it's a tax savings technically, because when you sell it, you pay off those loans. And then, instead of waiting for it to get from $200,000 to $1 million, and you borrow it, well, now you've borrowed $800,000. You pay off the $800,000. You only owe taxes on $200,000. See what I'm saying? So that, guys, I'm not a tax accountant, so please talk to your own accountants, talk to your tax attorney. This is not legal advice. But so this is why I love multifamily projects. This is why we are flipping. We're going into this hardcore because it's going to be super awesome. It's super efficient and it's scalable, and that's the key. So hope you guys like this video. If you guys are interested in investing, or maybe you want me to partner with you on a deal, hit that subscribe button below. Send me a message. We'd love to connect, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.